It is time, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's about time we got to the meat of the freaking game.
Yeah, well, we're actually going a lot faster than some Let's Players I know, so...
Dude, we're on the 7th video.
Yeah, I saw some people who are on episode 60 and they're still not done with this.
Wait. 60 just to get to the first trial?
Oh, no, to get to, like, the 5th trial. Trust me, we're going fast. We're going lightning fast. Anyway, hello everyone, we are the Legend Hunters. I am Zero.
And I am the eponymous Legend Hunter.
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, we really need to rework our group's title.
It's what, Zero Hunters?
No, something else.
Okay, we're Zero Hunters now. Hello everyone, we are the Zero Hunters.
Shut up. Anyway, we're about to start the trial. So, we're still doing in-character voice.
Whoa. You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! You're the one on trial.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Actually, I do kind of respect him for that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So they really are convinced I did it, but... Yay.
I didn't do it.
Nope, me and Sayaka both know that all too well, but then who is the killer? Anyway...
I do know who it is.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured I would.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Shut up, Bear. Anyway, we could talk to everyone, but I want to get the trial on. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared?
No, scared isn't quite right.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. So she knows we didn't do it.
Yeah. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I will find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Don't have a heart attack, man. Deeper and deeper and deeper we go. Round when we stop. No.
You know what? I can't even tell what the fuck is on screen right now. You forget that not all of us have actually seen this game, dude.
I know.
No, you don't. I'm trying to remind you. Okay, here we go.
Like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit. Not even close. It's total shit.
well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up.
I can't help but wonder if he actually has been in the courtroom before.
We did what we said and found our seats.
Oof.
The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant that it would be easy for anyone to transfer the tension and ease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there.
Oh my goodness.
And so the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal.
A damned lot of repetition.
Why the fuck am I sitting next to this sweating fat bastard? A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial.
And here I am going, deadly, 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 deadly. Hi, deadly D. This actor's life is... I don't know.
Anyway,
This is a terrible place to start rhyming.
first off, let's set the cool and composed. Steadies your aim a little, effective during the non-stop debate and the hangman's gambit. And then the skill that we learned from Sayaka, the melodious voice.
Okay, so why don't you explain the SP thing?
SP is basically, okay, every single ability that you get, it uses up SP.
And how do you get more SP?
By interacting with other characters, because you won't only just get abilities, but you'll also get SP from it. And so, melodious voice makes it so it increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle.
3 SP.
Yep, and again, as I mentioned before, cool and composed basically steadies your aim.
And are these our only 2 abilities? Or do
Yes,
we have...
these are our only 2. So we've got them. Should we check the handbook to look over the stuff that we have?
Sure.
Okay, we've got, well, yeah, the truth bullets is what I want to look at. Monokuma file, which shows us how she died.
1:30 a.m., body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory.
Yep.
The death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appears to have been fractured.
Yep.
Okay.
We got evidence of a struggle.
There are a number of gouges, and then there's the replica sword.
Makoto took it from Jim. We know that there's gold missing from it, and then the short sheath has shown to have a nick in it. We have the switching rooms. The toolkit that has never been opened. Makoto's room being unusually clean. Sayaka's wrists. Her dying message. Gee, I wonder who the villain is, who the culprit is.
You are spoiling it right there, so moving on.
Door frame and the bathroom doorknob being broken.
Okay.
Dorm nameplates, the kitchen knife set, Hina's account, trash duty, the incinerator.
By the way, talking about Hina,
Yeah?
I noticed that they purposefully let the camera, when you saw all the students there around the room, I noticed that that the angle was just right so you could get a down blouse of poor Hina.
Yeah.
You dirty bastards.
Trash duty, the incinerator, burnt shirt piece, and the shattered crystal ball.
So, I think I know how we can prove who's done it.
We finished the preparations. Let the trial all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation.
With that old camera
of the
angle, I
class
know
trial.
something else was rising.
So,
By the way,
your votes will determine
This is where all the
results.
budget went.
If you can
for voice
figure
acting.
out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Dumbass.
Don't be a goddamn idiot.
Thank
the hell would
you,
they raise
Mondo.
their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Monokuma, you sick son of a bitch.
Friendship penetrates?
Hifumi, you sick son of a bitch.
But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is.
Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything.
Because
Good.
this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more?
We're good.
We're good?
I think we're good. Though, I think you wanted to show what we're going to be up against.
I want to explain it, basically.
Go for it.
As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you find during your investigation will be loaded into your truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and then fire with the triangle button.
This is a lot more complicated than Phoenix Wright.
Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. So I'm just going to go.
Fun.
I'm just going to go through it once completely so we can hear what they say, and then I'll do what's the actual thing.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Yeah?
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance
And
to
there we go.
No, that's wrong.
Seems simple enough, huh?
Okay.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Okay.
With the way
Camera
things have been
angles are
damaged,
funny.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
we
it goes
can
really
assume
funky
it
with
was
the
a struggle.
angles.
Yep.
Tries to get really dynamic with this shit because everyone's just a
Struggle?
paper cutout.
Between who and...
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She
Nope.
must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Oops.
Okay, who is the... Stop calling me people!
Derp.
I don't even know these
What's
people.
next?
Legend, make sure your phone's on vibrate.
Ay.
Oh shit, I better do the same for me too.
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Alright, murder weapon.
This is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Gee, I wonder what it could have been. We only have one bullet, so... Let's go ahead.
So what was used to kill her?
Okay.
Some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
No shit, Sherlock.
That is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they...
Nope, not just some random knife.
Oof. Mondo looks like he's sweating.
Yeah.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yeah, she's got a really gruff voice.
That knife must be the murder weapon. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Yoko is always level-headed. You'll rarely see her freak.
Well, we can talk all
Which
we
is kind
want.
of awesome.
It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. It also makes everyone talk in slow motion.
Which is kind of funny, but
There's
okay.
also a speed up button, which makes everyone chipmunk.
Which is standard fare for all of us.
On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrate like this consumes the focus gauge. If the gauge completely empties, you can't concentrate, but the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. It'll be the star gauge up on during the bar. You've got a health bar as well, which is shown by hearts.
Okay.
Good luck and have fun. Let's make our argument.
I always account.
I just call her Hina. It's easier.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife
So
was
yeah,
the murder
here it
weapon.
is. See it?
But where does that
Okay.
get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No.
Shut up, Toko. You're wrong.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
We can prove it, bitch.
What if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Oh, sorry about that.
Salud.
Ugh. Trying to catch that bird. So we're just getting a recount of what she said from earlier in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, blah blah blah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
That's actually a good case, huh?
It's a good point, but we can still refute that. And that's mean.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Yes, but this information wasn't relevant back then, or wasn't known then, so...
True, so...
But what if they did work together? And
Thank
they
you.
just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Thank you, Monokuma!
Never thought I'd say that, but okay.
Anyway?
The knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
He's like, right. Just to be sure.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means...
The two sports characters are good friends already.
And I can respect that.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night
Oh, I waited for it.
Unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
You are going to get wrecked after this trial,
Oh, look,
sir.
our next murder victim.
If it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here?
Oh.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Yeesh. It was Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Legend's having his inquisitive face on. He's finding this very interesting.
Thinking back on it.
Well, thank you for letting everyone know.
Well, we don't have a face cam, so...
I know, but I'm just trying to...
The dining hall.
Yeah.
She didn't
Anyway.
even look at us.
Well, I should just put up when your gears are churning.
As she left, she said she just wanted to.
You want to just like start drawing little animated chibi versus ourselves in the corner thinking?
Maybe.
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying
she?
the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
That's kind of dickish, Byakuya. But
Well, that's kind of his job. He's our resident douchebag. Where would we be without our resident douchebag?
Yeah.
See? He did do it after all.
But where's your proof?
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
I'm about to twist something else off in the wrong direction.
I'm going to rip that little point off your hair. If I don't do something, they're going to blame me for the murder. Don't you understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Thank you.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
What should have been there? First, Hangman's Gambit.
Hangman's Gambit? Okay, what is this?
It's basically the game Hangman.
Okay, as things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, the triangle button to fire. And if you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage.
Your influence gauge, aka your health meter. This gauge reaches 0, or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck, and have fun. I feel like we should be doing that in Monokuma's voice. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. Here we go.
You skipped over that before reading it, but anyway.
The Hangman's Gambit. Alright, what do you think it is?
You already know. There we go.
Yeah, basically, it goes from yellow to red in terms of the health of the letter.
Okay.
So you need to fire more at it if it's yellow.
Hair on the floor.
Alrighty.
The culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I love that smug little look on her face.
Oh yeah, she'll do that quite often.
I love it.
To hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Let's see, struggle in the bathroom and evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Okay, where is it? Okay.
I got it!
There we go. By the way, whenever you get
Objection!
I know. By the way, whenever you get something right in a counter argument or something like this, it restores your influence gauge, so it heals you.
Excellent.
The doorknob? What doorknob?
The one we used to get into the bathroom, you dingus?
Hero is a dumb fuck.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
By the way, look at fucking Toko's face. I never understand that expression.
So, yeah, I can predict that she's either going to be a victim or a killer in future.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Bewildering act.
Kyoko's a detective. Interesting. Okay, there's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes.
From here on out, a number of weak spots will start going up. No matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm saying is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower the trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage.
Okay.
Okay? Whatever you fail, 0. You have to rely on your own logic and spot with the lies and contradictions. Good luck and have fun. So we're getting more weak points.
I've got to say, this is a very weak argument overall.
Yeah, I know. This is a beginner one. It gets a lot more difficult later on.
Because everyone's better at arguing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Okay.
She then fled into the bathroom.
By the way, you can see how long the discussion
Then the
is.
killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Does it loop?
At that point,
Yes, it does.
the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Okay.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No.
No.
Remember Makoto's door.
Boys,
Don't-
bathrooms
don't have locks.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
Using the bear as a witness.
Using the bear as a witness.
And,
On the one
and an
hand,
alibi.
yeah. We're suddenly becoming very, very good at this.
Yep.
You know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
Didn't say the lucky part was good or bad, did we?
Just full of luck,
So
either
the
good
reason
or
the door
bad.
didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I think I know what it is, but...
So they didn't know at the door, they couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime was they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
You'll keep using that word.
I do not think it means what you think it means.
Although technically, did he use it the right way or not?
Well, I don't think so. The way Vicini uses it in Princess Bride is, like, this is unbelievable.
Impossible!
But inconceivable actually means that it cannot be conceived. So,
Yeah,
like,
so
you couldn't even fathom that it was... Well, I don't know.
maybe he is using it right. Anyway, we made the meme, so everyone's
And
happy.
yet,
Hello.
he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Okay.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what we've been trying to tell you, Nimrods!
Then who did do it?
By the way, I fucking love that face on Mondo.
Oh, yeah. And
I'm sorry.
vibrator face in the left corner right there.
Yeah, it shakes whenever they're getting...
Okay.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
You are an imbecile. If we get it wrong due to majority vote, then we're all fucked.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You asked.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Good questions.
That's actually what you've been wondering about, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
No.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Okay.
I'm wondering about the logistics about that, if that's even possible to make an unpickable lock.
Well, you know that there are such things as safecrackers, right?
Yes.
And there are locksmiths here, there, and whatnot, and there's many different ways to break into a lock. But in terms of actual pickable locks, it would require a lock that has the tumbler system inside of it.
True, and
So-
maybe these locks are more electronic or something.
They could be electronic based, or they could have deadlock systems, which would be very, very, very difficult to get through. Why do I know about all of this? Because I do a lot of research on all the strangest of things.
Well, you're going to be a writer, so you should know this stuff.
Well,
because learning more about the world helps you make a better book.
And better world inside your book.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Aside from that little interesting factoid.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Sounds like you need to go on a diet, fatty.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
She asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. The answer's right here. Let's see. Switching rooms. Let's see. Sayaka has originally asked. Oh, look at... I believe that is it.
Yeah, I think it is it.
Yeah, well, we'll find out.
Switching rooms.
I got it!
Yeah, that's it.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
And we're getting another flashback. You're going to see a lot of these. I'm not going to voice the flashbacks.
We don't even remember who was voicing the person during that flashback, so...
Yeah, so I'll just do... blah, 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 blah.
Open the door for
No.
anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Sayaka.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh,
Again, I
and should
really
also
like
mention,
her
I found
logic
a notepad
and
on the
reason.
desk in Makoto's
Yeah?
room.
It was in Makoto's room.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either
However,
it
do
was
we have
Makoto
evidence that it
who
was
lived
actually
there,
Sayaka who wrote it?
or Sayaka
It had her
who
name on
switched
it.
Rooms for a single night.
Yeah, but anyone could have written that.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then the note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
God damn it,
But
Yufumi.
can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Let's hear
Very
it.
well then. Pay attention.
Alright, what's your argument, Miss Ludenberg?
Have I ever mentioned that I love arguing?
Oh yeah.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But no, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Yeah.
Which means...
So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
I love when you just break the argument like
The
that.
nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got
If only it worked like
switched.
that in real life.
But we do have objection!
True.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
The only one person who could switch the nameplates. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Which means that she purposely drew
Invite.
the killer.
To her room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Is it starting to come together, Legend?
Why would
A
she
little
switch
bit,
them in
but
the first place?
it's starting to confirm some dark suspicions I had about Sayaka in the first place.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Close, Taka, close.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Thank you, Mondo.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell
I
do you possibly know
wouldn't
that's what
argue
broke
that
her
that's what
wrist?
happened.
Reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because if you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
Sayaka's wrist.
I got it!
There we go.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Man, that's a shoddy sword then, huh?
And there's some on her wrist because...
Or a shoddy paint job.
just like Monokuma.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All
Shut
right,
up, Hifumi.
then it's about time to solve this mystery.
But the sword wasn't the murder weapon.
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates.
Yes, let's learn.
Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting
No.
with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your cylinder. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the truth bullets with the right weak spot to refute each statement. Now, if you come up with a wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L1 button to rotate the cylinder and
You choose which bullet to fire. Okay.
Press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L button and use the left stick to select a specific target. By the way, the logic difficulty is set to kind. Fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck.
You douchebags! But I will appreciate that.
Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No.
That's what broke Miss
Actually, I think I did.
Maizono's
That was the right combination.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Alright. So, you can see you only have 10 minutes to figure this out.
Only 10?
Yeah, but it stops whenever you're here, so... And you can pause whenever, too.
Okay, so...
If the person is the sword didn't really attack first, there's no explanation, blah blah blah.
When
Alright.
the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I keep forgetting the logic for this, but it'll explain right here.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with
that's
the
right.
sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut
right.
into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Oh,
I
shit.
think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Remember the gold?
Mm-hmm.
Well, her palms.
I got it! You're
There's
talking
no
about
gold
her
on
palms, right?
Mm-hmm.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off.
Oh god,
All
I
you have
just
to do is
realized that
touch it.
Mifumi is trying to pull a Phoenix right there.
He is.
If you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Well, if you keep making ugly
That's
faces
not
at
it
me.
at all.
I kind of wish Makoto said that. Because there's a certain regulation. Oh yeah, the water's off at night.
Ah.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime.
I've gone through this court
and
trial
water in
so
the
many
bathroom
times I know
shuts
what
off at
happens
nighttime,
ins and outs.
right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
We've been here for days, you...
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Means you smell like ass!
Insult, obviously.
Thank you, Leon.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka herself.
Yep.
I got it. Sayaka?
Which means she attacked the
First.
killer
Right,
first.
but we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
The killer was meant to be a
The one
victim.
who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Mm-hmm.
Far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Oh, God.
You're realizing what's going on.
She took the knife from
So...
the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe
She was going to
the
frame
reason she wanted to
Makoto.
switch rooms
Mm-hmm.
was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Oh,
Sayaka
I
wanted
feel
to-
the earth
On me?
move
Under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling
All
down.
right, we're good.
Sorry,
Why she would
you got
switch
that
the
song in my
knife
head
then.
now.
I know, but damn.